About 3 months ago, I set out to make a game. Around that same time, I posted my first devlog for Golf Island, where I talked about making smaller games, projects with just 3 months of production time before moving on to the next. I guess this is sort of a devlog, or maybe more of a retrospective, or maybe just a way for me to properly say goodbye to this project and devote all my time to my next one. So, the question is, can you, as a solo developer, make a game in just 3 months? Yes. The way I approached this was by designing a game that actually fits into this time frame. I didn't want to make something that felt unfinished, like a prototype or an MVP. When this game was published, it had to feel done, a complete standalone game. In the first devlog, I talked about my criteria for a game, but to me, the most important thing is making something I care about, something that inspires me, and most importantly, something I actually want to play. I also wanted to avoid manually creating levels. So, making a mini-golf game with procedurally generated courses just made sense. It's something I want to develop, it's something I want to play, and it's hands-off in terms of content, since the courses generate themselves. Now, a quick introduction. I'm a programmer. My main strength has always been code, and probably always will be. I'm not a designer, I can't really wrap my head around Blender, I don't understand UI, and hey, I'm not a video editor. My point is that you shouldn't let your weaknesses hold you back from making a game, or anything else that you put your mind to. I'm a programmer and I have no clue how to do half of this stuff, but it didn't stop me, and it shouldn't stop you either. So, was this a success? In a sense, yes. But it also depends on what that word means to you, and how you choose to define it. Is it a monetary success? No, but it was never meant to be one. Let's look at it like this. Something I know a lot of my fellow game developers struggle with, maybe even you watching this, is actually finishing a project. So, let's instead ask, was I successful in developing and publishing a game on Steam in 3 months? Yes. It's not that I don't want to develop the next viral success, but it wasn't my goal. I want to make games for myself, games that I want to play. And I think this has always been a disconnect for me in my previous attempts at game development. For every idea I've had, I have somehow tried to filter it through a question of, but will other people enjoy it? And my attempts at creating something for those other people have always failed. I have now made a game for myself, and I have loved every single step of it. So, is 3 months enough time? I would have to say yes. Is your goal to create a role-playing game with thousands of lines of recorded dialogue, advanced leveling systems and massive skill trees set in an open world? You know what? Maybe 3 months is not enough. But can you make a mini-golf game with procedurally generated levels in 3 months as a solo developer? Yes. Would I do it again? Yes. 100 times yes. And I've already started on my next project, which will have its own introduction in an upcoming devlog. But this experience has awoken a new kind of excitement for game development in me. I can only speak for myself, but I learned a lot just by publishing a game. Experience I am very glad to have moving forward to new projects. And there's a lot I can bring to my next project. One thing is to invite players early on into the project to test everything, and have a bigger test group. Feedback is truly invaluable. I have improved my save manager to now synchronize with Steam. I created a system for statistics that's also connected with Steam, and achievements. These are just a few, and all of these took time to create or improve, but I made sure that they're very generic and decoupled from the game to be able to just move them between projects. So, for this one, unless a class or a method was specifically for something related to golf, I made sure to make it very generic. And now that I'm working on my next project, I don't have to plan for creating all of these again, and I can instead put more time into actually making the game fun. Before leaving this video, I just want to say thank you to not just everyone watching, but also to everyone who has bought a copy of my game. I'm actually really proud of what I have accomplished, and I can't wait to show you my next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.